That's the first doll I've found that had an actual marking on the front like that. I think. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Cherished Doll Friends. My name is Cheryl. Today is Mother's Day, and to celebrate, my son and I are going to the flea market, and we're going to do some shopping and thrifting together. I'm really excited. We're going to spend some time looking at collectibles, and hopefully we'll find some dolls, and it's going to be a really fun mother and son day. So I thought we would bring you along and show you what we see, and hopefully we'll find some dolls. I'm super excited. So let's go. Okay, we're at the Vancouver Flea Market again, one of my favorite places. Cute clock. Okay, we found an antique doll. She's very sweet and very TLC condition, so we're going to take her home and see if we can fix this girl up. She's an Armand Marseille. Oh yes, hat. Thank you. Oh, and she has a hat. Oh, she's got her original costume. This is darling. Let's wrap her up. Take her home. I just wanted to say I didn't show very much of the flea market because I have done a video of it before and it was pretty much the same. A lot of it was older, kind of messy looking stuff and not very camera friendly. So I kind of stopped when we found the doll with my filming. So I hope that you don't mind. That was mainly what my goal was for today. So I hope you'll enjoy just watching me unwrap the doll and we can learn more about her together. Well, I'm back from the flea market. My son and I had a really fun time. He found a couple of little things that interested him, and I found a doll. I'm so excited. It's in this bag, and she's on the fragile side, but I want to show her to you and then discuss her a little bit. So I'm just going to set up my camera so that I can take her out and show all of you. So there's this one booth at the flea market that I like to go to. I know he has dolls, often just doll heads and parts, but occasionally he'll have a complete doll and they're usually tucked and hidden and you have to search a little bit. And in this case, it was like that today. I was looking through one of the little glass cabinets and behind a bunch of stuff, and inside I saw and glimpsed this little doll, and I saw her dress first. That's what caught my eye, and then her little antique face, and I was just so excited. I asked to see her. She's in very TLC condition, so I don't know what I'm going to be able to do for this girl, but I wanted to rescue her, and so let's just take a look at what we've got here, and I'm going to have to do another video down the road fixing her up, but I wanted to show you because I'm so excited. I love antique dolls as well, as some of you may know from watching my channel. I actually haven't done a video on my antique dolls before. Yeah, I do have 3 antique dolls in my collection, and yeah, I'm going to do a video about them soon. But for now, let's just take a look at this girl. I'm really excited to see her up close. Ooh, she's completely falling apart on the legs. That's why I've got this white cloth here, because there's gonna be sawdust. So I'm gonna be careful taking her out. Oh, look, see the hat? There's the sawdust all over the hat. That wasn't there before. Let's just shake that off. Oh dear. She really leaked on the way home, but look at this little precious hat. This little hat with all its little feathers, and there's a little bit of a lace bow right there. So cute. I know I can just clean off the sawdust. Oh dear, this is going to be a big mess. So here's her little face. I know she's upside down. We'll try and get her turned around. Okay, you can see her leg there. She's completely leaking sawdust here. It's so sad. But she's in her original dress. And I'm going to try and bring her little face up close. Oh my goodness. She is like falling apart. I don't even know how to pick her up. To show you. She's a little Armand Marseille doll, and she's in her original costume, and she is in rough shape. Her head is good. She's got a sweet little face. Oh, there's part of a stand on her. I was wondering what that metal thing was underneath. Okay, so she was on a stand at one point. This is what caught my eye, was she's wearing it looks like an original antique costume. Look at this. So this with the little hat is just darling. Oh my goodness, she's gonna be a beauty when I fix her up. So let me see if I can get a better angle. I know this isn't very good. I'm gonna just try and get her stabilized here and come back. Okay, so she's in really bad shape here. I'll just give you a view of her. And I know her eyes look really creepy when they're closed. She needs the lids repainted. But when you put her up, she does have cute brown eyes. Her face paint is pretty cute. No earrings. And it looks like an original mohair wig. It needs some work. Her little arms are also falling off. Oh dear, it's almost completely off. Beautiful sculpting. Let's see the other arm. This one seems like it's still attached. That's good. I don't know what's going on there. It looks a little chipped or something. So that arm is okay. So this is the body. It's one of those kid leather jointed bodies filled with sawdust. And of course, this is all detached and broken, and all the sawdust is coming out. Poor little girl. I don't even know if she has her kid legs and feet under these socks. I'm sure she does. I'm gonna have to undress her and take her apart. So here I've turned her over, and this is the back. You can see the back of her dress. It looks like silk, and it's got snaps and beautiful, I think that's called soutache, this border here. I'm not sure. It does seem to be like an early costume. Let's see if I can get the snaps. Oh, there's some writing on the back. This is interesting. Wow. What does that say? I think it's got the previous owner's name. Sarah Mako or something? And what's the year? What does that say? It kind of looks like 1806, but I really don't think she's that old. I'm gonna try and make out that date. Oh, and here's her marking on her neck. She's a 370 Armand Marseille, made in Germany. That was a fairly common doll that was made in those times. So I'm thinking she's from like the late the earliest dolls I have are from 1910. I feel like she might be a little newer than that, but not much. Maybe not at all. She looks really old. Oh my goodness, what did I do? This is a disaster. She's a mess. She was only $35 though. I thought that was a pretty good deal for an antique doll. I'm hoping I can fix her up. Let's get the dress off and see what else we're dealing with. Don't know how I'm gonna get this other arm out, this broken arm. feel like every time I move her, she's becoming more and more fragile. Oh, there's a really nice marking there. Floridora, Germany, it says. I'll do a close-up of that in a minute. This is really interesting. I'm excited about this. So there's her little broken arm. That's probably where most of the sawdust came from, this arm, because it's pretty empty. Oh, and she's got a big hole in her chest here too. You can see this okay? Okay, let's see if we can get, oh dear. Poor little girl. Try and preserve this dress. Oh my gosh. The dress is actually in pretty good shape. And a lot of times with these antique dolls, the most value is in the head and the costumes. There it is. Look at that beautiful pattern. And then there's some crumpled lace here. And this is like a brocade or something. I don't know what all these things are called. And a little bustle action back there and snaps. It's absolutely a gorgeous dress. I'm so excited to have this. I don't have any antique dresses like this. Oh, this poor girl. Oh, I want to fix her up. We need to rescue her. Okay, let me see if I can show you this marking on her chest. On her tummy. It says Floridora, Germany. So that's a good identifier of what this doll is. So I can look her up in my books and learn more about her. And we're gonna put her back together and get her all fixed up. So that was my find today at the flea market. I'm very excited to have her. I think she's a really exciting find. She's a beautiful little girl. We're gonna get her all fixed up, just like new. We're gonna learn some new skills by doing this. I'm gonna have to look at some of Linda's old videos on Rachel Hoffman's channel, and I need to get some white kid gloves because that's the leather they use to repair the broken leather. I can see a piece right here. Someone's already tried to repair this little girl, but it doesn't look like it lasted too long. It's still very, very damaged. She has a lot of work to do. So wish me luck. I don't know. I think this may be too much for me, but I'm going to give it a try. It may take a while before I actually get a video out on her, but this is stage 1, and I'll have to think of a name for her. That'll probably just come to me as I'm going through the process, just like it did with Lucy, my little China doll. Okay, we've got her somewhat stabilized. I managed to get her into a box. Look how cute she is. She has a really pretty face. That's why I wanted this girl. She just seemed to need to be rescuing, and I just think she's beautiful. And so here's a better look at her body and its condition. This arm is pretty much ready to fall right off. And this is the mark on her body. Floridora. She's a Floridora from Germany. And that's the first doll I've found that had an actual marking on the front like that. I think that's pretty neat. And then this arm seems to be okay. And it's loose here, but when you pull it from this side, there's a button on this side too, and they're strung together because when I pull this one, the other one tightens on the other side. So I'll have to figure out how that all works. Put a piece of Scotch tape here because she's leaking on the side, just temporarily. I don't know what's going on down here, some weird tape and glue or something. And then she's got these long socks on, which are basically holding in all the rest of the sawdust, and this is her little bag of sawdust that I rescued, and I'm going to save to fill up her little arm eventually, if I can find a glove to fix her arm. And so that's my girl. Maybe I'll name her Flora because she's Floradora. Flora's a pretty name. And I'm most impressed with her dress. It's just stunning. Oh, there's a bit of sawdust still on there. I tried to shake it all off, but it's like really heavy material and beautifully made. I'm not sure what's going on with this. If this is a little bow, I might have to fix that. It almost seems like something that might have been added after. I'm not sure if that's original. And I love this effect right here. And all the trim and just the fabric. It's a beautiful antique dress. I've never had an antique dress for a doll before. So this is really special and I think adds to her value and her beauty. So I'm very excited to get her in this dress again because it's not going back on until we get her fixed up. So for now, I'm gonna maybe tidy up her hair a little bit just so she looks pretty sitting there. Yeah, she's really old. I need to do a bit of research and find out how old she actually is. So I'll just give you a quick sneak peek of my antique dolls here. I haven't really done a video on these, but they've always been here in the background. And here they are. Now those three right there are antique dolls from around 1910. The one on the right is a Kessner, and the two on the left are, what is it called again? Okay, so I found my book that has these dolls, and they are Simon and Helbig Kuno and Otto Dressel Jutta dolls, made between 1906 and 1928. So here's a picture of her when she was new. And then here's what she looks like now in my cupboard. There she is. She's cute. And she's got a sister, and I believe they are the same doll, just slightly different sizes. The one with the dark hair is quite a bit larger. That's why she's sitting down. And so they have the same face mold. I call them the sisters. This one has actually broken fingers. So I always just have them holding hands like that, so it's not so obvious. But these don't have the leather bodies. They have the composition bodies with the joints, and underneath is composition as well. And they have beautiful bisque and blue eyes. And this girl here does have a leather kid body underneath. And she's drinking a cup of tea here. She's got very loose, wobbly limbs. I don't know how to tighten these yet, but I just have her kind of posed there, and you can see how old her little shoes are, her little booties. And these girls have their original old-fashioned shoes as well. This one is a reproduction Brujoon, but she's darling. So I just sit her in there because she fits right in. But those are my three antique dolls. And this is Tiffany, the one that I made in porcelain class, in ceramics class. She's my porcelain doll. Tiffany, I made her in 1991. And then this is my China doll that I restored a few months ago, and I did a video of restoring her. She was in really bad shape too, and leaking sawdust everywhere, and she's still rough, but she's much better than she was, and she has broken feet. So those are my antique dolls right now, except for Tiffany and the reproduction. There's 4 antique dolls in there. And little Flora, we're gonna add her to our collection, and I'm gonna get her fixed up. So I can't wait to show you how she turns out. Hopefully I can show you a bit of the process, but it's probably gonna take me some time to get the supplies that I'm gonna need and watch some videos and get some tutorials and figure out how to do it. So I'm looking forward to adding Miss Flora to my antique doll collection. Oh, she's so sweet. I'm so happy I found her. I hope you enjoyed seeing her too. happy Mother's Day to everybody. It won't be Mother's Day by the time you're watching this, but I had a nice Mother's Day with my son today at the flea market, and it was a beautiful day, and I'm going to have dinner with him later. So that's about all for today. I will see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.